Hi everyone, if you're like me and you're trying to find non-drug alternatives to help you to get to sleep at night, whether it be from noise pollution or those times where your mind's just racing, you can't shut your mind off, I want to share with you the Nomad. This is the Nomad by SOUND+SLEEP. It's their travel size version of their world famous sound machines. And don't let the small size fool you. It's got full size sound and great features. So what I want to do is show you how simple it is to use the machine and kind of highlight some of the great features that made me decide this was the machine for me. Here's a close-up view of the Nomad, and what you'll notice right away is that this high-quality speaker is facing up as opposed to facing rear or forward. This is going to give you much better sound quality, much more realism to the built-in sounds, or sound stories as they call them. And speaking of sounds, this is probably some of the most realistic and best that I've ever heard from a sound machine before. They've got built-in ocean, rain, waterfall, meadow, brook, and noises. Noises being white noise, brown noise, pink noise, and the noise of a fan. They've also got a built-in timer that will shut the unit off after 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, or you can leave it on all night long. The buttons are very intuitively laid out, and as a matter of fact, you can find them in the dark, which is actually a nice feature because at some point, depending on your mood, you're going to want to change the sound story without having to get up and turn on the light. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the power. And I've got it on Meadow, which is one of my favorites, and very low volume, and I'm not using the adaptive or the richness feature. So what I want to do is show you how the adaptive works and how the richness actually adds layers of sound that really make this an outstanding sound machine. The adaptive feature has a small little microphone right there that listens for ambient room noise, and as the noise in the room goes up, the unit compensates and turns up the volume of the sound story. I'm going to turn on the adaptive now. And what you're going to hear is, as I speak, the volume level of the unit goes up accordingly. It's instantaneous. I love this thing. It's instantaneous and it works really well. I've turned the adaptive off just for a second because I want to show you the richness feature without the adaptive kind of canceling my voice out. What the richness feature does is it layers sounds on top of the original sound story in a random fashion so that your brain actually thinks that you're listening to a real sound event. So I'm going to turn the adaptive back on and I'm going to cycle through the richness. As I cycle through, you'll notice that it adds crickets, it's going to add some wind, at some point maybe the chirp of a bird, maybe a bullfrog. There goes the wind. I'm actually right now on the highest level of richness, which means it's going to put more and more little things layered on top of the original sound story. And depending on your own personal preference, you're going to use the richness button to make something that's really personalized to you, that's really going to do a great job of helping you get to sleep. Well, it's really kind of great that I've got this secret little weapon, that I can push one button and it kind of pushes aside all those things that were preventing me from getting to sleep in the first place. And I'm no longer wasting all this energy just kind of seething. You're on your pillow and you're going, when are those guys going to shut up? I just wish they would shut up. Now I can push the button and it pushes the world aside. So it's one of those things where you realize that you've made a really good decision, and I hope that you give a sleep machine a try, and I hope that you found this review helpful. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.